Hello everyone, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to another video. I'm a bit under the weather, so apologies if I talk a little bit slower today. Welcome to the Demoscene report of 26th of June 2024. As usual, I'll do a summary of all the things that happened on this past week in the active demo scene, and hopefully it will make a good video for you to share with someone who might be interested in the demo scene and keep up to date with the latest things that have been happening. Summer is usually packed with lots of different parties, but there are a few that are pending results and releases being available, so not that as many news available this week as I would be expecting, but let's take a look at all the things that happened nonetheless. So first thing that I want to talk about is actually about the cranknicc, which was the actual first demo released for the playdate that I am aware of. On the previous shows I had mentioned about the world's first of the playdate being in 2024. Actually in 2022, Megas had already released a Sitnik version for the playdate, where you could use the crank to go forward on the video. So yeah, Super Rogue was reminding me of that, and I poked Megas to have the binaries available again, and I added it to Demozoo. So now you have a more complete playdate listing on Demozoo. Other things that I noticed during this week, there were a couple of new coding environments available. Screamer, made by Charlie Roberts, is an environment that you can code, sort of like live coding for audio, but aimed at visuals with a few different syntax options that you can have. You can see here some short example on how you do some things. So a nice little playground for you to test some live coding things, and hopefully we'll see some people putting it to good use in the coming future. Also about online shader coding, there was this shader mutator thing that was released recently by Blinry and Ilithia, which is a mutator for a shader that you can code online. You code the shader, then you click a button and it generates random values for that, so you can have like different versions of the shader. So if you click here, you see different variations. The same shader, it picks out the variables and switches the numbers around for some randomly generated ones. It can be interesting for you to find some different variations of something that you're working on. So a cute little project here that is worth mentioning as well. Then we have the AtParty that we already talked about last week. The releases have started to finally become available, so I managed to take a better look at them. So let's take a quick look at the different categories that existed at this party that took place in Boston last week. Combined demo combo, only 3 entries, but all of them were quite decent. Expedition by Jetlag and Jimbo, I believe, was mostly done during the party. Slightly fast made, but nice little contribution. 4K intro for the competition there. Cacophony, made for the browser HTML5, was also pretty decent for the first attempt. I believe this is the first demo from someone, and it had pretty decent looking fern flower structures there. So not sure if it makes a full-fledged demo out of it, but it looked pretty good. And they have a couple different scenes as well. And the winner was Vectronica 1979 by Buzz Error Collective, with a demo running and visualized through the oscilloscope as they have done previously before. This time totally recorded, but was running real time, and that's why it was accepted into the demo category. Pretty solid demo as usual from Buzz Error Collective there. The combined graphics competition, not many entries. A hastily generated Journey to the Swirly Rose by Aizulez. I believe this was 3D printed and a photograph taking over 3D printed shapes. Then we had Lost Media by JPT9. Which I'm not quite sure. I guess it was 3D rendered and then doing some post effects on top of it. And the winner was Surveyor by The Green Herring, with some ANSI artwork as well, which we already had shown on the previous week. Music was won by Abstract 69 for Atari 2600 piece called Twin, a pretty good track, and you can also have like a visualizer as well. There's a YouTube video available on that, so check it out if you like retro music. And then the old school demo competition targeting old machines, not modern Windows software. Fourth place for Nom de Nom with this little size-coded intro for the Commodore 64, 128 bytes. Third place, Compo Filler advanced by AYCE, all you can execute. Nice little compo filler there, also made in quite short time. Splotch by Xylem for the MS-DOS, I believe, was also released at the party place. The final version is not available yet. But a nice little filler entry there for the compo as well. And the party was winner by Last Minute Man by Cosmic Orbs, which is definitely must see for the Amiga OCS. Very good demo, which I recommend you checking it out. Good artwork, good effects, very solid entry overall. So probably the highlight of the party for me. So yeah, definitely check it out. Then we had also a live performance by Jimbo with Provod doing some live coding. So yeah, that was AtParty. We already talked about it previously last week, but also nice to review the full releases now that are available. Other things that happened this week, I also put together through my net label Enough Records a compilation of remixes for this On the Night track by Captive Portal. Features a couple of Demosceners present there, so spot the Demoscener and listen to the release, which is quite good if I can say so myself. So yeah, check it out as well. Wanted to mention this on the report. Then we had FairLight TV with some more coverage, an interview with about the stand-up gaming thing. And yeah, very solid interview about the project with Chris, and check it out to see more. FairLight TV always releasing stuff related to the Commodore 64. They also released another thing also from the AtParty, not covers, but bootleg covers that they did. They recorded everything at AtParty that they could, including all of the released things. And yeah, this talk about the SID Factory 2 with hardware support was also featured there. So if you're interested in SID Factory 2, check out their 102C video as well. Then I have to talk about Marquee Design, which had made a version, which started doing a blog version of their website dedicated to the write-ups of the different size coding things. They already did a few articles and are planning also a few more, from what Superwork has been telling me. So it gives you a nice little glimpse into the different platforms that they've been doing throughout the last few years, and general concept of why they approach it like that, where the idea came from, what was the point, and the method of doing that. Also a lot of stuff about the particularities of the platforms themselves. So if you want to know more about each different platform that exists for size coding, you can read a lot of things regarding that. For the Micro W8, for the Atari, for DOS, and also for TIC-80 eventually as well. And for the ZX Spectrum. So yeah, check out the Marquee Designs blog as well. Then we had new releases, Party Pack number 21 by Artstate, packing out the latest Amiga releases that have been out recently. And Underground Conference happened this weekend as well. Actually, it was a week-long party. Results are not available yet. Releases are not available yet, apart from 4 or 5 that have been uploaded by the people themselves. Special highlight to Radiant by Team 210. Very solid little 8K intro there. Making very good use of their palette tool to make some really good looking visuals and with tight sync. So I really enjoyed this one. There's also a Farian version and some little combo fillers by Howjob and Spectrum. So yeah, looking forward to see the full releases of Underground Conference. Fortunately, they did not have VODs available, or if they do, I couldn't find them, so I missed most of the stuff. I was a bit busy during the weekend with the meetup that we had for the Portuguese scene here in Portugal. So I missed most of the releases live, and I'm still waiting for the results and productions to be available. When they are, I will cover it a bit better on a future episode. Few other releases that came out during this week. The Silent Enigma for the Mega 65 came out by Bass. And also WBC released the source code of the koolnESS music disc that he did using the ESFM chip. Most of the tracks were, or all the tracks were tracked using the Furnace tracker system. And yeah, it's pretty much it. Not many other things happened this week. Probably a few Commodore 64 releases that I haven't checked out yet, but I'll talk about them on the next video. Meanwhile, we have 4 demo parties happening this coming weekend. Reunion in Sweden for the Commodore 64, Arak Party dedicated to 8-bit in Hungary, Posadas Party dedicated to the Amiga in Spain, and Shadow Party dedicated to everything happening in France as well. And just shortly after that, 1 week later, we will have Nordlicht in Germany, focused on all platforms, mostly PC, but focused on all platforms, and Summer Hack dedicated to the Atari happening in Sweden. So full on demo party summer crazy events are happening soon. A lot of parties happening, so make sure you check out the ones closest to you. As for me, I believe that's it for this video. If you found something interesting, please consider sharing it with a friend that might find it interesting as well. It's the best way that you can support this channel. Otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also donate me something financially if you are so inclined through patreon.com/psenough. Wherever you're willing to donate, €1, €2, €5, €20 will be very much welcome. This week's donations will go towards the dentist that I just went to because I have a nasty toothache happening this week that I need to get taken care of. So yeah, that will be where your money will be directed towards if you feel like supporting me. And I will keep doing these weekly reports as long as I can foresee. So yeah, see you next week. Bye bye everybody. Have a great week.